I'm about to start cleaning up all the videos on my phone, and I wanted to post this real quick before I go run off with my pyrotechnician friends and shoot off a bunch of fireworks. So check out those videos when I post them. There's already 2 posted, but in the meantime, I just want to share with you guys my thrift finds and what I've been selling on eBay. And here we go. This actually went to a buddy of mine who wants to start his own eBay store when he gets back to Louisiana, as he's offshore fishing in Alaska right now. He got his offshore fishing license, and he just went on a giant boat, and now he's doing salmon runs, and that's this dude's life right now. And he's in a crazy part of Alaska, and when he gets back, he's going to have this Death Note shirt that I thrifted while I was out, and he wants to start his own eBay store, so just him supporting me. He threw me a sale, which is awesome. That's what you get for posting your stuff on YouTube and having your buddies watch your YouTube while they're out fishing crazy places like Alaska. Met this kid in Louisiana. He's also an aspiring musician. He raps and he's really good. He's got this beautiful, luscious, curly, blonde hair, and really cool guy. Shout out. I'm not going to say his name just in case for whatever reasons, but if you're watching this, I love you, man. Thanks for the sale. I appreciate that. I sold this today. These are some shoes I found in the thrift store. They were a little dingy, but I cleaned them up, and it was worth the elbow grease. I probably made $50 on this pair of shoes. Nike Air. I could have sold them for a lot more, but I wanted to avoid the authentication process. I sent a couple things through and it didn't pass for little stupid reasons, and I don't want to have to deal with those people anymore. So anything under $75, you don't have to go through the authenticity process. This is probably a $200 pair of shoes. These people got it for $75. I thrifted it for $20 maybe. So everybody's happy. They got a cool pair of shoes they didn't have to pay a lot for. I got some profit. It's not $200, but we're selling. It's moving. I had them for 2 days. Then these were one of the first items I got. Like around the corner from me, this kid with a bunch of chickens and ducks in his yard just was like selling some stuff off of a table in his yard on a Wednesday morning, and I stopped, and there was a bunch of women's clothing and a bunch of kids' toys, and there was this random pair of FUBU Fat Albert pants with the tag still on them. And these things were incredible. It had like the whole gang on the pants. Look, all embroidered, all hanging out on one leg. And then they were sized like 40 or something. They were huge. All new with the tag. Just unbelievable. Fresh out of the year 2000 with the fancy everything. I mean, these is the craziest looking pair of pants, and I paid $2 for them. And at first I listed them for a lot. They got millions of views. Like, it was insane. So I took the $90 price tag off them that I had, and people were just asking me to do crazy things and take measurements and all this kind of stuff. And then finally I relisted them like the day before yesterday for $45, and they instantly sold. So what I've learned is to not be greedy on eBay from these sales right here. This was to a buddy of mine, so I dropped it down. I think I had it listed way more. It's a 2-sided anime t-shirt. This one here, at first I had it listed. I just changed my style and started doing things differently, and it's been helping me. I'd rather get the sale. If I'm going to pay $10, $15 for this and that, and then, you got to pay the eBay fees and all that kind of stuff, so it does add up. But I'd rather make a quick $30, $20 even, and sell 10 items a day and have that add up, then wait a year and deal with 100 crazy people trying to sell something for $200-$300. It's nuts. So I changed my style. Here we are. And I also changed the way I list things. Talk about that in another video. This was crazy. This was divine intervention. I'm watching a YouTuber. He's talking about, hey, if you see this Peter Millar men's golf pants or whatever they are, pick them up. They sell quick. They sell instantly, And when you're thrifting and whatnot, the khakis usually cost less than the jeans, so you can sell them for less and still kind of make the same amount of money. And the eBay fees are a little smaller, so it's kind of worth it. Especially if they sell in a day. That's like, even if I made $10 off of this, that's an extra sale in a day, and that's exactly what happened. I'm watching a YouTuber. I walk into Goodwill. there's a rack of pants. I look at the pants, and there's this one pair just sticking out, and they look like beautiful corduroys. So I go grab them, and I got some weird crease lines on them, and I got this steamer that I found at Goodwill the other day. So I take this steamer to the pants, and they steam right out, and they look beautiful, and I sold them a day later. So that was fun. If I see these pants again, I'll buy them again, and I'm going to listen to, like, it's important. If you're going to sell on eBay, watch other eBay sellers, and you'll know who the cool ones are. But watch them on YouTube. Highly recommend that. Like, educate yourself. Some of them are really fun to watch. Some of them suck. Some of them I don't want to listen to at all. But you'll know who you like to hear. Everybody's different, but they're all successful. People are very successful on eBay. And I wouldn't have said that when I started just 7 weeks ago. But I'll show you my sales after 7 weeks after I go through this list of recent things I found and where I shipped them to. So this Marlboro thing sold today. At first I listed it a little more. I took an offer. It's an old, dirty Marlboro jean jacket, but it was kind of neat because it had a hand painting on the back of it. See, it's got the leather collar. It's got the Marlboro tag. The front's cool, but the back was just epic. It had this sort of like hand painted, like some kid did this. I don't know what it says. I don't know why it says it. It's fish bones. That's what he put on it. I don't know. It could be something. I don't know what it is. These are gigantic shoes that just look new. I had to buy them for $7. I sold them a couple days later, no problem. Some grippies I found. Also, at first I listed these for a lot. It had a torn tag, so I made that aware. I didn't want them to go through the authentication process, so I listed them for $74. I took a $50 offer on some grippies. Amazing. Women's shoes also, I took an offer or something, which was fine. I didn't pay much for these. I didn't even have to clean these. Like, they were at Goodwill looking like this. Like, the thrift gods are looking after me. They were just like, you need to sell women's shoes too, because I wasn't selling women's shoes, and I was only selling shoes that would fit me. And the thrift gods were like, just give it a try, just get some women's shoes and see how it goes. And I did, and they sold. I didn't make a ton of money. Obviously, if you're only getting $30 for a pair of shoes, you're not winning, but it was an extra sale. This I'm still waiting on payment for. This was a shirt I did another video about. It's nothing to make money off of, but it was cute and fun to list, and it may have paid for roll of tape. This I thrifted it for $2 and I sold for $22. This I thought was a toy, but it's a working PDA. Like personal data, whatever everybody had back in the day. They lasted maybe a couple of years and then they disappeared off the face of the planet. But that was a real thing. It's a highlights thing I thrifted for 99 cents. Like, these used to come in the mail. It was a whole kit you could do fun stuff with. But, 99 cents, 13. Obviously, there wasn't a lot of fees on that. So that was a good, fun little thing to thrift. I was able to look it up on eBay and see that other people were selling them for like $18, $20. And they had a good sell-through rate. As in, I looked at how many were sold versus how many were listed. And there were a lot sold. So I grabbed it for 99 cents, and it sold quickly, so that was good. Within a week, all these sold just within a week. That's a shirt I already had in my closet. This is important to do. If you're doing eBay, don't just go buy stuff. That's silly. Find stuff around the house. Find stuff you got. Find stuff you need to get rid of. Find stuff you've been wanting to get rid of. It doesn't matter what it is. It could be garbage. You could think it's garbage. It could be an old vacuum cleaner part. It could be a broken microwave. I don't care what it is. A VHS tape, a DVD, something. You have something in your house that you can put on eBay and someone will buy it for some money, and that's how you need to start your eBay. I love you. Sorry for yelling. Here are more items I thrifted after yelling at you about not doing this, but I just want you to know the first dozen items I sold were definitely things that I had, and it was cool stuff that I had that I sold, and I didn't even know was cool stuff until somebody bought it a couple days later. So it was some cool leather shoes I found for like $8. Some Nike Air Jordan 3s I found for $8. Also, I had these listed for hundreds at first, what they were worth, and they sold in days for this. I'd rather just take the profit and run than try to make $1 million off one item. That was stupid. Some bike shoes. This was, oh my god, I didn't know what I had. Warp Records Boards of Canada t-shirt. This was a grail. It was probably worth $200. I took a $45 offer on it. I think I listed it for $60. It had like it was the fastest thing I've ever sold on eBay. It just instantly sold. I got so many offers. I was like, holy crap, I don't know what I have. I got to get rid of it. And I did, and it's fine. I didn't get $200 for it. I didn't list it for $200. I listed it for $60. I got $45. I'm so happy with that. I thrifted it for $3.50. It's a vintage. This is a grail. This is what you want. If you want to sell stuff on eBay, don't grab an ordinary t-shirt. Find something weird that doesn't make sense to you, that's got a crazy tag, and research it. Research the hell out of it. Do all the research. Look at the shirt. Feel the fabric. Feel the material. Do an image search, a Google image search. Find out what that is. Why is this tag, this Warp reasonable person? That's strange. Warp is a record label out of like England or something. Why are these foreign words on here? Why does this Hanes Top T tag look different than any Hanes Top T tag I've ever seen? Why does this say don't bleach? Wait, why does this say tumble dry, low, listen, love? This is a unique tag. And it's on the top of a Hanes tag. It's got these weird long sleeve, but it's still double stitch. Single stitch usually means, but this is a higher quality fabric. These are all the things that are running through the head. Why is this a nicer fabric? Why has it got this extra tag? Why has it got this name of this? What is this, a band t-shirt? I don't know what is a Board of Canada. I need to know. What is it? It's a electronic band that got really popular in the early 2000s, and this was their merch from like in 1999, I think. They were selling this merch at their concerts, and you can't find it anywhere else. So one of this condition, I don't know. I found a blue one that sold like this for $200, but I haven't seen another one online. So that's where the value was. It was at $200, and I just felt like I had something special, so I listed it for $60, and somebody got a great deal. They're probably going to list it on their actual real vintage website. Like, I'm just an eBay reseller. I'm not a vintage seller. I don't sell I'd sell on eBay. You get the coolest stuff as fast as you can, as cheaply as possible through the mail. And then this guy's going to take it and list it on his legit vintage website, and that's how he's going to sell it for $200, surely. Cool flight deck boots I found. They're just like military vibe stuff. Some of it demands money. If it has another use, steel toe, rainproof, waterproof, rain jacket, military. It's worth something. All your regular military stuff at the thrift store, your regular pants, your regular dress shirts, all that, not worth anything. Not worth picking up. Gig bag I got for $1.99. It sold for $15 in a day. These things are amazing. They have great resale value. This one was sticker, never used. Coleman 1 gallon jug. People are selling them for $25 all day long. I solicited for this one for $20. Sold it in a day. Nike Air Jordan 11. This is also women's shoes that they were just in the thrift store. They're Jordans. They were dirty as hell, and they cleaned up perfectly. Like, I took a little shoe brush with some shoe cleaner to this that I already been having, and like, these shoes are naturally this ugly. Like, this is as ugly. This is how they come, this ugly. And I cleaned them up to this ugly. And they were women's shoes, and they sold almost instantly for $60. People had them listed for $250. I put like a $74 price tag on them to be right under the threshold where they have to get sent to the certification process, which hangs up everything and costs everybody more, and it's annoying. So I took a $60 offer. This I got, they were trying to sell, I got a flag for selling firearm related things or something. So don't sell bayonets on eBay. They might think you're selling firearms. I don't know. I'm going to have to call them and ask them about that. Make sure they're not going to take down my eBay, like, because I sold this thing. Hopefully that's not the case. But I got that for $10 at a Salvation Army, which was amazing. And I think I got a good price. These people left me the best review. I have so many good reviews. It's the it was an incredible pair of camouflage leather dress shoes I've ever seen. We won't talk about those, but they're great. VCRs, holy crap! I bought this earlier that day and sold it later that day for $50. No questions asked. I listed it for 50. I got 50. No remote. They bought it. These patches have been fun. I got these speakers for $5 at the thrift. Sony speakers. I cleaned them up real nice, like real nice. I hit them with polish that I use on my guitar. So they looked great, and they sold fairly quickly. They are rare, old vintage bookshelf speakers. People look for them though. It's one they look for, and I did that by doing the research. While I didn't just see some speakers at a Goodwill. I see speakers all the time at a Goodwill. I picked these up because I sat there. I brought them over to a couch. I sat them next to me on the couch. I took pictures. I looked up numbers. I found out everything I needed to know. I read blogs and I watched YouTube videos. Like, I know everything there is to know about these speakers, and that's why I grabbed them. I didn't just grab the speakers because they looked cool. They grabbed my attention because they looked cool, and then I went and did the research. You can't just be running around a Goodwill grabbing stuff thinking you're going to resell on eBay. I don't mean to make the point the point of the video, but like, I've been seeing other people do that, and I see them do it in the store, and they're running around in the store like, I feel like they're watching these videos and just making bad decisions. This is something I had laying around. I got a couple bucks for it. See, I don't care what you have if you have it laying around. This is how you should start. Also, these pants, these little shorts, $8. Somebody bought them. They wanted them for $8. This is an old pair of shorts that I bought years and years ago, and I just never wore. They looked cool, but I didn't like the way they fit, so I never wore them, and I sold them. This is an amazing denim jacket. I keep going through denim jackets. Like, denim jackets, if they look cool, or if it's from the 80s, it's selling on eBay, y'all. Like, if it's from the 80s, grab it. It's like the thing. Look at this paisley interior. Like, it doesn't get cooler than this jean jacket. And I got a quick $40 for it. I paid $5. These are high-end camping stuff. I live in an area right at the foothills of the Shenandoah Mountains. You have to consider the area you live in when you're selling on eBay too, and it's something that I've learned. In my area, there's polo sports. I mean, actual people playing polo. There's the Shenandoah Mountains and the what's the big trail, the Appalachian Trail. People are like staying in these hotels, shopping the local towns, going up into the mountains for months on end, and when they go back home, they donate this stuff. And like, this is a chair that sells new on their website for I don't know how much. I quickly, the next day, sold it for 50. Well, 2 days later, sold it for $59.40. These hiking shoes I found, they look like they've been worn maybe once. I don't know. They were this clean out the thrift store. There was nothing wrong with them. High-end hiking shoes I sold quick for $38. This doesn't count. This was also just something. It's a quick pair of Nikes I found. This is something also just I had and never wore. I probably bought it on clearance at a Marshall's or Ross or something for $6. I still made money on it. It was in my closet for like 2 years. It still had a tag on it. I didn't wear it. I got $12 for it. Also, a hat. I didn't like the way it fit. Mine had it laying around the house. $5. This is important. You have to do this. If there's a mistake, if you have to make a return, there's all these things that could happen. You have to pay for the shipping for the return. You lose money as quickly as you make money. It can happen. So you have to cover those expenses by doing this thing. My buddy had an old keyboard, typewriter laying around. So we sold those, and then this is my grail of the week, I guess, is this this cot. It's a camping cot. It had extendable legs. I listed for $350. Later that day, I took this offer for $250. I paid $50 for this at the thrift store, but I sold it in a day, and I listed incredible pictures, thank you. I sold it in a day, and Feebay, like, it's still in the wrapper. Feebay took like $37, so I made $140 at the end of the day. I made $140 in one day selling one item on eBay. It's a very desirable cot, especially if you can get it for less than $500. Blew my mind when doing the research on this thing. And what had happened was I found this chair laying around in the Goodwill in the back. And I went to their website and I was looking it up, and they were selling them for close to $100. And I was like, holy crap, what is this brand? Super lightweight, super tiny. You could take it camping somewhere like the Appalachian Trail, carry it with you the whole time. Had the most comfortable chair wherever you go, because that thing, I put it together. It was comfortable. And in this cot, I was like, sure, I was hunting the entire Goodwill looking for something else that those people would have donated. Who donated this? Why would they donate? What else did they have? I'm circling this place for probably another hour before finally I check out. And at the checkout counter, behind the glass case, sitting on the bottom of a metal shelf, is this cot for $50. And I didn't even think about it. I already saw it on the website for like $5.49, and I just picked it up, didn't open it, didn't look at it, didn't inspect it, just paid for it, paid the $50. And that was the best thing I've done so far. It's probably my best sale so far. It didn't have to go through the eBay authentication process. If I could just recommend anything to anybody, if they want to pick a niche where people just buy the item as quickly as possible, camping, hunting, fishing. Hunting, you get a lot of interested people who aren't going to buy, but that are interested because hunting has a following like that. But the camping and hiking stuff, like I can't get a pair of hiking shoes. That you saw the one pair. Working electronics is amazing. Non-working ones, you'll get refunded. Have to refund people quick. Toys are cool. This is something I thrifted for $1, sold for $15. Awesome. Pack of cards I've been having forever. I'll probably pay more than that for them, but I've had them for 10 years. Also, like these hiking shoes sold instantly. You saw one pair. Here's another pair. These are super fancy. They were clean, this clean at the thrift. I didn't do nothing to these. I just sold them. It's the thrift gods looking out for me. It's unbelievable. These I was told by another thrifter here in Virginia through YouTube. This is me learning from other YouTubers that do the same thing. It's important. You have to do that. I'm just learning everything that way. He said, if you see one of these, buy it, and it sells. And that's what I did. I bought it, I listed it, sold a day later. No problem. I thought I found a vintage Michael Jordan shirt. I didn't, so I think I put it on auction. Or I don't know. It sold for $8. Also, hiking shoes. Didn't do anything to them. They're in perfect condition. These people left an amazing review. I'm not talking right anymore. They sold immediately. I didn't have to hold on to them. There's 3 pairs of hiking shoes, and this is VCR number 1 that I found. I listed it for $60 with the remote, and it sold instantly. The other one's $50. I didn't pay more than $5 or $10 for either. Like, I think I have $15 invested in both of these, and I got $110 between the two of them. VCRs are insane. Hiking shoes are insane. Like, I found these Merrell Jungle Buck mock hiking shoes. I can't talk anymore. Some vintage Lee Riders. A cool vintage shirt. I didn't get much for. Levi's denim just sells. This was my first authenticity guarantee thing. Found some other cool hiking shoes. Random nonsense. More corduroys. Tap out instantly sells. Crazy. 2-sided tap out shirt. Do it. Don't want to talk about that. Alright, we have to though. I got on a Supreme hoodie. I thought I found Supreme in a thrift. It was high quality. It's I don't know why it didn't pass inspection, honestly. I don't have any reason to disbelieve that it's fake. It's a beautiful piece. I tried to sell it to somebody who was gonna try to scam me, and I got out of that. So I canceled this because they started talking funny, and it was a red flag. And I abandoned the sale. And that's probably smart because I would have lost this money. But then this person bought it, and it went through the authentication process like it should have, and it didn't pass. Now, it could pass because something you worded, like if you didn't disclose a stain or a smell or whatever, that could not pass. And then there's other reasons it couldn't pass, like it's fake or a copy. They call it something really nice. But anyways, I don't know why it didn't pass. I don't care anymore because I really like it. I'm just going to keep it. So I got a Supreme hoodie. I'm not going to sell it. Also, stuff I had in closet. Another thing that didn't pass, I was in the thrift with the Supreme hoodie. I got excited when I found these, but the authentication process isn't perfect. And whether it's fake or real, you got to word everything perfect in your ad, and it's got to match everything. Like, you can't change anything about it. Once it gets there, it has to match everything on your ad, but then also it has to pass a checklist that you don't get to know because they don't want to. That it's a whole thing. So you don't know why it doesn't pass. It just won't. And a lot of people on YouTube are upset about it. Yeah, so that's it. Oh, look. Oh, I thought, awesome shoes, awesome things. I'm just finding all the good stuff at the thrift stores around here. I'm not going to talk about it all on this video. Probably talked about some of it before. Man, shoes, I'm like becoming Al Bundy. New Balances is where it started. And the shoes have been taken off for me. So if I could recommend anything, hiking and camping shoes that look clean, do it. Two-sided shirts, go fast. Thank you if you actually watched this for 26 minutes. I got tired. It's late. I got to shoot fireworks in the morning. Love you, YouTube. Good night.